This is a 158.161. It's got a date code on it, but I can't read it from here. As you can see, this is a machine. I haven't really had one of these before. This is for a customer, so gonna check it over. Says no power, complete tune and adjust. So the control pedal came with it, so I guess first things first, I'll grab a pedal to test it as soon as I'm done kind of opening it up to start cleaning. But the lid comes off with 2 screws. This is, and they've got tags labeling everything, so that's good to help remember the order, just like modern machines are numbered. So that's cute. This has the sliding conversion needle plate on it, so get that out, and the foot is in pretty good shape. I think this is a different snap foot than I don't think this machine came with a snap-on foot, but I'd have to look that up to see. As you can see, the dial on the front of the tensioner has already popped off, so that'll make it easier if I have to clean and adjust the tensioner, because now there's access to the screw for disassembling it. This machine has definitely been used aplenty because it's got damage around the needle bar hole. But any machine with a complaint about difficulty turning or a hard time sewing, always remove a lot of pieces. So this has the lever here to slide the needle plate here. That's kind of stiff, so I will remove this screw here for the pivot, and then that will allow me to disassemble this to clean underneath it. And that way it'll slide easier if the owner wants to make the switch again. It's our pivot, and then we slide that tab off, and now the slide comes out, and yeah, it's completely gunky under there, so all that's just going to get tossed in the sonic cleaner bath to blast the goop off of it. But it's not too bad under there, so somebody cleaned it once in a while. Hook doesn't feel dull or bent over, so very stylish machine otherwise. And it turns pretty nicely here, so I'm gonna have to find a cam, because this is a machine that requires a cam for zigzag. Oh, I actually have that on the bench here. Excellent. There we go. The 1A and 1B cam is required for this machine to do zigzag. There we go. Now it's zigzagging. Alright. use that for testing, and then but first I'm going to grab a controller and check with my controller to see if the machine runs, and then that'll tell me whether or not this controller that came with the machine is possibly bad, or if I need to look inside the machine. Here's the socket. I've got my alligator clip controller, so I can check this. I've got light bulb flashing on the side, which is a good sign because 1 and 3 are the lamp socket. And there we go. And I did loosen the hand wheel clutch, so. Alright, the power switch happened. We know the motor is running. It smells. So it's definitely stiff and needs a bit of oil. It's got the sticker on the side here that says, important, do not over oil. Motor pre-oiled at factory. 1 to 3 drops every 6 months. And that's, most motors require only a drop or 2 of oil every 6 months or every year. Certainly the major danger of over oiling is just to stick the brushes, because the only thing extra oil does is get in there and then have to get burned out and smell bad. Although with a machine that's been sitting, I tend to put a little extra oil in and then just run it to clean it out, because that makes sure that the fresh oil is getting in there and soaked in and ready. But so now that we know the motor runs and the lamp runs, we can test the controller that was with the machine, because that was the complaint, is that it was not running. So plug our controller in on the machine, controller in on the power strip, the light came on. And this controller is not even beginning to apply power to the motor until it's almost completely pressed. So this controller is out of adjustment or worn out, so we'll have to open that up and give it a tweak in there. But first I'll double check all the wiring, because this is original wiring. But if it's in good shape, you can keep using it. So right. Since this machine is moving, and even the darning lever is moving, doesn't really need a ton of oil, just a tiny drop on everything. If this machine had been stiff, I'd be applying the oil a little bit thicker, because you want the old oil to work in and wash out any of the goo that's causing the stiffness. But since this machine is moving good, that oil doesn't have to like work in and wash out anything old. It just has to get in and get to work. So a tiny drop everywhere. I am, however, going to check to see if there's old grease still in the gearbox here, because if the original grease is still in here, we'll want to wash that out and get some fresh grease in it for the next 50, 60 years of its life. Oh yep, there's the original grease. So I'm going to take a minute, I'm going to scrub this out with cotton swabs and stuff to get most of the old grease out, and then we'll put some fresh super lube in there before we cover it back up. I did read the date code on this machine. It is 671, which is January 1967.